Welcome to the Co-Creators Podcast. I'm Chloe Anderson.
And I'm Lakita Williams, and we help leaders and organizations build the future of work. Hello, and welcome to the Co-Creators Podcast by Co-Create Work. We are so excited to be back with you this week, and it's going to be a really special series and event for us. So these next few episodes, we are launching the AI Workplace and Culture series, and we are thrilled to bring you absolute experts in the area of not only their respective area, but also the bridge between those areas and artificial intelligence.
Yeah. And we as AI has started to just not even started, right? AI is here, it's evolving, there's so much going on, it's happening, and we're seeing real workplace implications, right? Yeah. It's shifts, and it's not just workplace implications in terms of there's a lot of information out there around AI is taking jobs, and we really wanted to go in what's really happening and what's the real impact, and talk to people who are working in this space, who we've got this amazing list of guests in this series. So we have 4 episodes lined up with just experts, as Lakita said, in their field, and also who are really doing the work of what does it look like. What does the future of work look like with AI, which is what we're all about here at Co-Create Work.
Yeah. And we have been as we prep for this series and spoken with these guests, we've been open to the answers, right? We're not going in with any preconceived notions about what they were going to say, what their perspective was going to be. There was no prep or certain direction, just what is actually happening on the ground. And we are actually recording this after we already had those conversations. And so how enlightening they were, how surprised I often found myself is another thing I reflect on. But really just excited. So we're not going to keep you. We're going to tell you the guests who are coming, and we just wanted to plant the seed for what our intention was. And also knowing that as we look into this future of work and culture building and co-creation, we have to be intentional about what it means with AI in the workplace, and what that means for all of us as employees, as builders, as co-creators. So we're excited to bring you some guests who are going to help you do that. So Chloe, let's start to name who are some of our guests are.
Yes. So one of our guests is Martha Shaughnessy. She is the founder and CEO of The Key PR. And what I love about her is just that the clients she works with, right? That she's in tech startups. She knows what's going on, just real connection there. Also, she has her own company and is working with AI within her company. And so she brought some really good and interesting perspective from her knowledge and experience. And I think it was such a great conversation. So super excited about that one.
Yes. And then we have Andrea Jordan, who is the founder and CEO of Empathium. And Andrea has launched an AI startup, which you'll hear much more about, that is really grounded in how do we help people develop emotional intelligence, and how do they work with AI, but also have greater understanding of themselves. And I think there has been a lot of conversations and controversy about the use of AI, particularly in a space like this. So to hear her insights, her brilliance, and really her commitment around how we make all of this ethical was just beautiful. I'm excited for you all to hear that conversation.
And after that is Jordache Johnson, who is the founder and CEO of Never Tech Behind. So he specifically is in the AI space and helps organizations adopt AI and bring AI into their businesses, and really help I guess people really understand what it can do and how much it can do, and how to approach it from a very ethical and what's the word?
Keeps coming to me. He was very, yeah. Never Tech Behind is a perfect title for his company, because you could hear that passion come through.
Yes, absolutely.
Finally, we have Nikki Silvestri, who's the founder and CEO of Soil and Shadow. And Nikki has a very broad career, but her biggest impact in work is around environmentalism, bringing people along for the journey, no matter where they are. And her conversation was so powerful. And I think it will be really surprising to people to hear her perspective about what we should use AI for, what we shouldn't use AI for, and how she thinks about some of the ethical implications of artificial intelligence and the impact that it can have, both positive and negative. That conversation was very soulful. I felt really deep. And so we are excited for that as well. The thing we would love for you all to think about as you go in to listen to each of these episodes is first, what's my perspective about artificial intelligence going into these calls and I'm sorry, into these podcasts and episodes. And I want to be clear as well that all of the podcasts we ask about ethical implications, but there is a lot in there about building a company. How do we use AI within culture? How do people use AI within their companies? So both practical advice and macro level think big advice and ideas as well. So yeah, think about what is your perspective as you prepare to go in and listen to the call and see if that feels different on the other end.
And I, Lakita was also going to say, I like, you can listen to these podcasts anywhere. And I would say, if you have a piece of paper and a pen, like
Yeah.
there's just so much good, to your point, practical tips and information and things to think about that I think these are, not that all of our episodes don't have that information in there, but
Real.
we're really diving in on these. So, just having access to take some notes as you're listening, and you can always go back as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're excited with that. We're kicking off the series. We will let you take a look and jump in. We are excited to hear from you what your thoughts are about this series, what questions you had as a result. Is there anyone we should bring back? Is there anyone we should invite in? And just let us know what you think. As always, this is co-creation. So we want to hear from you, your thoughts about what might be next. So let's do this
A-
and jump in. Yeah.
And just last thing, so we will be releasing one episode a week. So
Yeah.
just be sure to subscribe so that you get
Yeah.
those notifications of when those episodes come out. And in hearing from you, if you have any like this, yes, this is a series, and we may do some additional episodes in the future as things evolve. So if there's anyone who you're interested in potentially hearing from or you think would be a great
Let
resource, great
us
guest,
know.
let us know.
Yeah, I love that. And then email us at podcast@cocreatework.com.
Yep.
Yes. I've been working on it, y'all. As always, thank you for your leadership, and we'll talk soon.
We hope today's conversation gave you something to think about and, more importantly, something you can use. If this episode resonated with you, we'd love for you to share it with another leader, entrepreneur, or friend who might benefit from hearing it. And for additional resources, frameworks, and tools related to our topic, please be sure to subscribe to our newsletter at cocreatework.com. And of course, if you have any question you'd like us to explore in a future episode, we would love to do that. So please send it to podcast@cocreatework.com. As always, thank you for being here and thank you for your leadership.